Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and execute minutes for the meeting of November 25th, 2014.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweetie?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye, motion approved. And number 2 is going to be financials. Heidi, morning.
The financials today include a supplemental appropriation for the Department of Water Resources Water District Fund for additional project contract appropriations. Purchase order for Geauga County Agricultural Society for CDBG Fairgrounds project in the amount of $20,611.10. Payment to Lakeland Management for the addition to the engineers building in the amount of $157,618. Payment to AFCOM LLC for the upgrading of tower lighting at the prime site for the Sheriff's Office in the amount of $6,400. And payments to Envirocom Construction for payments 5 on the Thompson Wastewater Treatment Plant project for the Department of Water Resources in the amount of $95,900.01 for project A and $122,311.72 for project B.
Oh, you're waiting for me. I thought you were going to read it. Okay, I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Commissioner Sweetie?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye, motion approved. Thank you, Heidi. Okay, number 3 is the County Engineer's Office.
Hello, Andy. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Read it or summarize?
Yeah.
Summarize. Basically, requesting approval of execution of Resolution 14173 for the dedication of an existing undedicated extension of Stillwater Drive, Russell Township, Ohio. We reviewed, what was it last week? Brief the situation. The township has requested this due to their desire to waive the road in its entirety, and this portion is dedicated, therefore cannot be improved with public funds at this time.
Okay.
Great.
And I know you were just waiting on a couple of other signatures. Everything is good?
Yes, I spoke with prosecutors just before this meeting, and once this is done, I'm going to proceed with Friday
Okay.
to submit this to the township to go get the mortgage releases and things of that nature that are required for the plan.
I have a couple questions, but it's not really of you. It's of us. On item 3 here, and also, is it item 7? No.
No.
It's item 8 or 9, is it? Item 8.
Yes.
And that is that we have a regular meeting scheduled, and then on item 8, we're going to move to start from 10 back to 9. But that, and then we've got a viewing in Russell Township 90 minutes later, and I'm just wondering if that's sufficient time to run a meeting, because I have no idea what's going to be on the meeting, the agenda. Right, I mean, and then you're looking at it, from here to Stillwell's a half-hour drive in good weather.
Well, that's kind of why we figured if we start at 9, if the meeting's not terribly long, we'd have enough time to have
If
it.
it's not
Even
terrible,
if the weather-
if it's like 45 minutes, I just
So
didn't.
I agree with you. So why don't we start the meeting at 9:00 in Russell, and then we'll continue here.
I'll do the
Do
viewing.
the viewing at 9.
Did you advertise that yet?
No, it's in
So I agree with
I
that.
have to.
I mean, I just don't want to.
Do the viewing first?
Yeah, and then
And
we'll
then
come
get
back.
And then come back here, and then
Do it and go, oh yeah, that's good. Sounds good. So we have to change things here.
Yeah, I have to redo the resolution because it's in the resolution
At
the time
10:30.
For the 10:30, so we
Make
have
an
to change
addendum?
The resolution. They can.
I mean, I don't want to make more work, but I don't want to go trying to,
We get it.
Yeah, it's December 23rd. There could be 6 inches of snow on the ground.
Yeah.
In that case, well, none of us will be there.
They're driving over there.
We won't be viewing what we're supposed to do.
Drive to the county engineer's
The
office.
county road will be passable,
We'll be
but
riding on a truck.
that's a township road.
Take a
Still,
truck.
well, we won't get in.
Yeah.
We could change the resolution to say that 9 o'clock for the viewing.
Yeah.
And then we would start our meeting. We could still leave it at 9 o'clock. Open the meeting out there and then just come here.
We'll
over
come
time.
back, yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll just change the resolution.
Yeah.
And then they'll have to re-sign it.
Okay. That's what I'm signing now, is
Yep.
this resolution?
Yep.
So you're telling me I shouldn't sign this?
There's no point. You're going to have to sign it.
Well, can't we
You can
make the
adopt the
revision and
resolution,
just
sign
cross
it
it
later.
out?
Correct.
Yeah, well,
They
you
can
adopt
approve
it.
I'll
and
sign
change
this
it
and then.
Yeah.
because it-
Okay,
doesn't cost
so
money.
we're going to set the viewing for 9 a.m. And the hearing will be the same. And then we'll come over here and we'll just change this to a comment viewing at
Which
9
will,
a.m.
the meeting will continue.
Now, I
As
will
we travel.
I'll have to come back with a resolution to change the start of the meeting in Russell Township, because the meeting location
Right.
has to be set by a resolution.
Right.
So on the 11th, I will bring you a resolution to change that. So, just so,
Okay.
Okay, so then if we will read number 3.
the county engineer's office is requesting the board approve and execute resolution number 14174 of convenience and necessity for the dedication of an existing undedicated extension of Stillwater Drive, TR 152 in Russell Township. This resolution sets a public viewing to be held on Tuesday, December 23rd, 2014 at 9 o'clock a.m. and a public hearing to be held on Tuesday, December 30th, 2014 at 10:30 a.m. These will be advertised on December 11th, 2014, December 18th, 2014 and on the county website.
Okay, make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Smeedy?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye, motion approved. Hey, thank you,
Thanks.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Okay, number 4, we have Jerry. Water resources.
That'd be you, Jerry.
There's a new one up here.
We have a new one out. I'm sorry. You
That's why I was sitting there. I wasn't expecting. Come on up. But Laura Weber,
Hi, Laura. How you doing? How are
our
you?
new design engineer, so figured give her the opportunity to come over and
Cool.
introduce her, and then
Welcome aboard,
also see how this goes. So the day that she gets stuck
Yeah.
having to do it, she's not.
So it's a stock? Stock, okay.
First, she has to learn how to pronounce the purposes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll send her over that day.
Yeah.
This item is it's our McFarland project for the replacement of the membranes down there, and we're looking to hire Johnson Controls to come in and actually do an evaluation, not only bid out for the membranes that we're going to replace, but also do an energy evaluation of the overall plant and see how else we could be running that plant more efficiently, making maybe some other adjustments to it other than just putting in the new membranes, which the new membranes have to go in order to meet the EPA standards. This is actually just an additional kind of thing to make it run more efficiently and hopefully save some energy and get better.
Are they
better
providing
operating
some
plan.
guarantees as part of this?
Yes, yeah. Part of the whatever they propose is come up with their report. If we go forward with doing those actions, so if they say replace the blower with this, and you'll save X number of dollars over 10 years or whatever, they will actually guarantee that savings, such that if we do not see it, then they will write us a check for
Make
that
up the
difference. Right.
Okay.
No.
It's definitely something that was brought forward to us, and we thought that's a pretty good opportunity.
Yeah, that is.
We've had situations in McFarland's an example where when we went to the membranes back 10 years ago, the statements were made that hey, your energy's not going to change. It's going to be the same as it was with the extended aeration. We saw our energy go up. Had we had this kind of deal back then, they would have been writing us a check for that additional costs.
Wow.
Yeah, they promised it wouldn't. I remember
Right.
that.
Are these the new membranes that were supposed to be so much more efficient? Is that what I'm thinking of? Remember we went
Yes.
and got some discussions some months ago were about these new technology membranes that were going to take, like maybe part of the plant and make them function as the whole plant. And then the other was going to be like in reserve or backup. Am I right on that?
That is correct. Yes,
Okay.
the newer technologies that have come come about with membranes over the last 10 years, where we have now, 60 linear feet of membranes to get say 500,000 gallons of treatment. You'll probably only be using 20 feet of that linear feet of that membrane train to get that same capacity in the plant. So it'll actually allow us to treat better, because now the remaining part of that tank will still be doing the traditional aeration biological treatment, and the amount of the membranes, which is kind of a clarifier at the end of that treatment, will be better. It's just the technology's gotten so much better over the last 10 years, because now it's we've talked to 5 different membrane manufacturers, but there's at least another 24 out there. So there's competition. They're all getting more efficient, more better systems, smaller, more compact, and actually to the point where some of these we've been thinking with some of our smaller plants that we may have an option of replacing at a much lower cost those smaller plants by putting in these smaller membrane systems into the existing tankage rather than having to replace tankage.
Interesting.
Thank you.
So with that, then number 4.
The Department of Water Resources is requesting the board approve and authorize the president of the board to execute the performance contracting project development agreement between Geauga County Department of Water Resources and Johnson Controls Incorporated for assessing and bidding of the membrane replacement project, and to create a detailed energy performance evaluation study for all remaining components of the McFarland wastewater treatment plant pursuant to ORC 307.041 in the amount of $55,000.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeten?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye, motion approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, bye now. Okay. On number 5, it's going to basically be a read of Commissioner's Offices requesting the board concur with Newberry Township trustees in not requesting a hearing for the liquor license requested by John Krisner, doing business as Hickory Lake Inn, located 14592 Stone Road, Newberry, and it'll be CTRFO 4883791.
All right. Make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeten?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye, motion approved. Then we have resolution honoring Chris Steigerwald for her commitment and dedication to the kids of Geauga County.
Jason.
Do we want to do a read on number 5, or did you want to explain a little bit of this, Dave?
Well, this was a request that we received from Commissioner Samiti that we recognize.
She's been doing the volunteer program for the juvenile court for the CASA.
Okay.
She's been doing it for all these years, and she's stepping down. So
Okay.
they're having a thing for her on Saturday evening. So
Oh, very nice. Okay. So if we could do a read on that then.
The Commissioner's Office is requesting the board approve and execute resolution number 14-175 honoring Chris Steigerwald for her commitment and dedication to the kids of Geauga County.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeten?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye, motion stands approved. Then on number 7 is the Commissioner's Office is requesting the board approve the request from Commissioner-elect Walter M. Claypool to cover the expenses associated with travel to the CCAO Winter Conference on December 7th through the 9th, 2014, pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 325.20, 901.10.
Make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeten?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye, motion approved. And we have number 8. Okay, with the adjustment there. So the Commissioner's also requesting the board move the start time of the Tuesday, December 23rd, 2014 regular meeting to 9 a.m. to accommodate the public viewing that we will move at 9 o'clock in Russell Township.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeten?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye, motion approved. And then sadly, for number 9, the Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board accept the resignation of Mary Seashab to be effective January 4th, 2015.
I'll make
She
that
was a
She's our budget
budget
officer.
officer.
Yeah,
budget officer.
she's going to work for the county engineer's office.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Speed,
Aye.
Commissioner Rea,
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye. Motion approved. On number 10, I wanted to discuss this. This is for the commissioners to move for a period of 5 days. For 5 days, that seems like a short amount of time to try to get a replacement. Do we want to try to extend that a little bit just to give people?
Well, we could. I mean, it's an internal posting, so we're
Yeah.
anticipating there may be some people within the county who'd be
Yeah.
interested in that job. We
you
can
know,
make it longer than,
could we do like 2 weeks, maybe, like just say for 14 days?
Sure.
So then we would have the Commissioner's Offices requesting the Board grant permission to advertise internally for the position of Budget Officer, and it's number 1308, for a period of 14 days with applications accepted December 8th through 4:30 p.m. or
And
through,
you'd add another.
what would that be?
That would be
No,
the
7th.
19th?
No,
No, further than that.
no,
because
it's going to run right into the middle of Christmas time when we're not here.
Yeah, that's why.
Well, 14 days from the 8th.
It's
Well, if you make it the 19th, it would be
calendar days.
exactly
It would be
14.
the 4:30 on the 22nd.
22nd, okay.
Okay. So then 4 p.m. on December 22nd at 2014. Okay.
So how many days is that then? That's
It's 14 days.
14. Okay. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Speedy,
Aye.
Commissioner Rea,
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye, motion approved. And then number 11 is the Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board move into executive session for the purpose of discussing the hiring of a public employee.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Speedy,
Aye.
Commissioner Rea,
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye, motion approved, and this will include Blake, Mary, Dave, myself, and that's
it.
Yeah. Do we expect action when we come back?
We could.
I would say it's possible.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. I mean,
Possible
that's
action then when we return.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's going to take a while.
Okay.
Okay, we've returned at 10:24. We're prepared for a motion to take action on executive session.
The Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve the appointment of Craig Swenson to the position of Executive Director, Department of Job and Family Services, unclassified, to be effective December 2nd, 2014, at a rate of $35.81 per hour, grade 22, step 1 of the Jog County Job and Family Services Appendix B salary schedule.
I will make that motion.
second.
Commissioner Speedy,
Aye.
Commissioner Rea,
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye, motion stands approved. Okay, as far as for just a little bit of background on that decision is we conducted a series of interviews last week. All the commissioners were involved, county administrator was involved. Along with that, Walter Skip Claypool
Commissioner-elect.
was also involved in it, so that we would be able to have a good set of eyes on all the different candidates that applied. And with Craig, he actually was brought in when Tim Taylor resigned from Jobs and Family Services in the month of. He resigned probably about 3-4 months ago now,
in September.
and Craig came actually from the prosecutor's office, who was handling a lot of the cases that were with Jobs and Family Services. So he had a great background as far as experience handling that, and then he pretty much jumped in with both feet as far as working with Tim Taylor for probably about a month's time, and then at that point he's kind of been taking the lead role on it. So we appreciate the prosecutor giving us the manpower to have somebody to jump into that spot immediately, but at the end of the day, the cream rose to the top, and I think that he really has done a great job, full of energy, has made some good decisions, and I think that we're all excited to have Craig on board, and I think that there's some really good things to come with Jobs and Family Services. He's got strong passion, high integrity, just a very good family man, and I think that it's good. We miss Tim Taylor, not to discredit Tim. And we're pleased with the service he gave us, but we're pleased to move forward and have Craig on board. So.
Yeah, plus, one of the things that was really poignant about his hiring is that all the people there at JFS really liked him. In fact, one of the individuals who was being interviewed raved about him when she was doing an interview for herself. All she did was talk about him. So I think that says volumes about him.
I don't know whether you get in trouble for it or not, but I think all of us had him rated very high on our list as we interviewed.
We all agreed.
I think
We had some
all
great candidates,
Yeah.
and we had, the finalists were brought in with great credentials. But
And I think
cream
that's a
rose to the
tough
top.
job. That's a tough job. It takes compassion. It takes, decisiveness and an understanding of financials. And he's got the legal background, so
I've
all of
talked
those
to
things
him
come together.
probably half a dozen times since he
So
took the temporary appointment, and he's always been upbeat and
Yeah. Very, very positive.
I'm excited about it. Let's go. So I think
And I loved his story about the red scarf. He talked about a young man who was a firefighter in New York during 9/11. And every time this man would go in, he had a red scarf around. He wanted to, take people out of those towers. And he saved a lot of people, but he died in the offing. And one of the things they said, well, who was that guy? And they said, well, he had a red scarf on. And they found that who he was, and they honored him. And what Craig said to his people was, you are like the guy with the red scarf. You do the work. You do the heavy lifting. And I think that said volumes for him. That touched me when he gave that story. I probably didn't give it as well as he did, but it did bring tears to my eyes.
No, he's got strong passion, and it's always hard. You wish you could have hired, all 5 or 6 that we hired.
Really?
There was
They were
5 or 6 positions to fill because they were all good, but it's always difficult in those situations. And I think that we've made the right choice. And kudos to all the people that applied. They were all great candidates, and
We feel good
good
about
job,
that.
Dave, on handling the process there too of putting that together. So. Well, with that, then, we will move on to the acknowledgments. We have Geauga County Board of Development Disabilities Board minutes from October 15, 2014. We've got the report filed by the County Dog Warden of all dogs seized, impounded, redeemed, or destroyed for the week ending November 19, 2014, as required by Ohio Revised Code 955.12. Then the 2013 annual report filed by the Lake Geauga Recovery Centers. And our meeting schedule is as follows. 12/3, Portage Geauga Juvenile Detention Center Board meeting, 11:30 a.m. in Chambers.
Here.
right?
Here.
Yeah, it's not, because
Tomorrow at 11:30 we're meeting
Here.
Yes.
12/5, some of the commissioners will attend the Community Improvement Corporation CIC luncheon, 12 noon at St. Denis Party Center. Sunday through Tuesday, some of the commissioners will attend the CCAO Winter Conference, Columbus, Ohio. On the 9th, the regular scheduled commissioners meeting is going to be canceled. On the 11th, the commissioners will hold a regular session that will include a public hearing at 9 a.m. for the proposed amendment to the 2013 Community Development Block Grant allocation. I'm sorry, it's 10:15. I was thinking that was the viewing.
Yeah.
Then
It's
on
okay.
the 12th, NOACA Finance and Audit, 8:30 a.m. The governance at 9:30, and executive is at 10:30 a.m. That's in Cleveland. Then we have on the 15th, Family First Council, 2 p.m. at Mental Health. The 16th is an investment advisory board, 9:45 a.m. here in before the meeting starts. Then the 16th, the commissioners will hold regular session. 16th, Geauga Trumbull Solid Waste Management District Board of Directors, 12:30 p.m. at Welsh Built-In. Blake Greer will be picking up the tab.
Thank you, Blake.
Thinking of the moment.
And then on the 23rd,
Taking his credit card.
commissioners will hold regular session beginning at 9 a.m. Pending the motion. Okay.
So that's 23rd.
And on the 25th, county offices will be closed for general business due to Christmas. And the 26th, county offices under the hiring authority will be closed for general business. All 24 operations will stay. On the 30th, the commissioners will hold regular session. And then on January 1st, 2015, the county offices will be closed for general business due to New Year's. And 24 operations will continue, and the regular meeting then is canceled. So with that, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
So,
Okay.
Second.